We're going to make some LocoNet wires. So let's get going with that. I'm Tom Kovichak, and this is Tom's Trains and Things. This channel was created to help other modelers who are in need of guidance in pursuing their dream of building a model railroad. And today we're going to go make some wires, some LocoNet wires. But before we get there, I'll tell you about what's coming up. We're going to have me putting the lighting up, the Gravely building, and I'm going to have a short video on modeling with ease or modeling to build stuff. And this goes from a discussion I had with another modeler off of one of my other videos who wanted everything real easy. He wanted to have something simple because he doesn't have a technical background. So I'm going to talk about that, have a short video, and I'm going to take a poll on that, and that's coming up within the next week. So let's get going and make some cables already. We're going to make us a cable, and the first thing we need is a stripper crimper that's made specifically for 6 conductor or 8 conductor. This one does both. The 8 conductor is like your Cat 5 cables for your network, and the 6 conductor is for the LocoNet. A couple of connectors and your LT1 tester right here. Now I marked this. I have a long cable and I moved some of my stuff so I don't need it as long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it on this line right here. And what this tool does, it cuts with the one side here, and then it strips on this side here. So I'm going to put it right on that line right here. Stick it through here. Put it on that line right there. Squeeze down. Okay, now we need to strip it. Okay, so we'll come back over here, right to there, and bring us down and strip it. Okay, now it will make it the correct length if you put your cable at the end. It's supposed to strip it and cut it at the same time, but for some reason it just didn't do it. So here we go. Missed it right there. Okay. So now we got 2 bare ends right here, and what they tell you to do is put the white wire on the right hand side with the clip up on the connector. So we'll do it like that. We'll push this in here right there. Okay, now this one right here is the 6P. So we'll push it in. I gotta use it this way. And then crimp down on it until it clicks and releases. Now you got a nice tight one right there. Okay, once we make both of them, we'll test them out on the with the LT1. So we'll take this one here, make sure the clip is on the top, and just to be on the safe side, to make sure that this one was made correctly, the white is on the right hand side. Okay. So we'll put this in here. Right in there, and push down on it till you get the last click. And there you go, you got your cable. Now let's hook up our power station so we could test this out. Okay, I have my power station right here, and I'm going to turn the power on to it, but I got to do it down here. Okay, so the power is on. Now, you have to have a throttle hooked up while you're doing this. So I'm going to put the LT1 on the one side of this cable, and then I'll stick it in the open connector. And all 4 of the lights should light up if it's good. So there you go, you got all 4 lights lighting up. Okay, we'll test the other side now. We'll take the longer cable, plug it in. Okay, then we'll plug it into our power station. And we got, oops. Now that one didn't take, because see, there's only 2 lights lit up on that. So we'll have to go back to see the one that we just did. And I think it was this one right here. So I'm going to put the cutter on it, and we'll redo it. We'll just make this just a little bit shorter now. Okay. We'll strip it. And I'm going to have to go get another connector for this. Alright, I got another connector. Let me move this out of the way over here. Okay, I already stripped it, so I'll just stick it right through here. Make sure it's up there good and tight. Put it in there. Crimp it down good. Okay, the white is on the right hand side. So we'll stick the LT1 on here and plug it into our power station. And we got all 4 lit up. And we got all 4 lit. So that's telling us that we have a good cable. We have 2 good cables here now. And that's all there is to making cables. And if you have enough, if you're gonna need to make enough cables, it would be a good investment to get you one of these crimping tools so you could do it. I mean, it's also good for network cables also, the 8 conductor. So it would be a lot cheaper if you have a lot of cables to make to invest in this. I think this is about maybe $25 to $30. I mean, they have cheaper ones that are made out of plastic. I have an old one that was for a 2-line telephone that was only 4 conductor, and I got that one a long time ago. But this one here does the 6 and the 8 conductor ones, and it's well worth the money. And by the way, here's the instructions on the LT1. This comes with every set, and it shows you, how to test it. Well, that was pretty easy. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know why? Because it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to hit that subscribe button. And you'll learn more about things for your model railroad and YouTube and video editing. And while you're at it, hit that bell, and that'll notify you whenever I have a new video coming out. Check out my webpage, tomstrainsandthings.com. Leave a comment down below. I like to read your comments. I respond to all your comments. You could support this channel by clicking on the PayPal Me account or going to my webpage and clicking on any of the links in there. I told you earlier what was coming up in the next week or so. I'm going to be doing the Gravely building. That's the little storefront there. Takes a lot of time, so I wanted to make sure I got everything right before I put that one out. So we'll see ya.